Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Alabama Bee Girlz and Dad. Today we're going to take and do a little something different. We're going to take and do an unboxing and assembly of our new Hoss Double Wheel Hoe. So let's get started. This is the way that it was shipped to me. Go ahead and we'll cut it open and get started here. Thanks for the stickers, guys, as my girls always love them. So there's my list and packing materials. One wheel, two wheels. Set those down over here on the ground for just a moment. So there is one of the attachments. And there's the other one, counterpart to that. There's our base structure for wheel attachments and tool attachments and the handle attachments. Of course, we've got our plow shanks, cultivating shanks. More packing material. Here we have our furrow making attachments. One of those. There's the other one. The bag of nuts and bolts. One of the steam bent handles with the drive shaft or the wheel shaft. And I'm not sure what that piece is for. We'll find out in just a minute. And then the other attachment, or other steam bent hoe handle. I can tell that piece, that other wooden piece goes right there. It's the spreader bar for the top of the wheel hoe. So. And lastly, our owner's manual. So let me kind of get things cleaned up here and we'll start putting it together. To quote Travis, all right, all right, all right. So first thing we're gonna need is our tools for this. So I have my Phillips head screwdriver here. I have a 7/16 wrench, a 9/16 wrench, and it calls for 2 1/2-inch wrenches, but only have one, so I have a 1/2-inch wrench and an adjustable wrench. I also have my socket sitting here if I need to use it, or if I elect to use it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the frame and the axle, and we're going to take and put those together, and then we're going to attach one of the wheels. We have to put on a dust cover first, and that's going to be oriented to where it covers this hub on here. So we're going to put the first one in, get it all the way through. We're going to go ahead and put that dust cover on, and we're going to go ahead and start this first nut. Now that we've got that started, we've kind of got it pinned down. So we're going to go ahead to the second wheel. We're going to put our dust cover on, and we're going to put the axle through. We're going to put our second dust cover on, and then we're going to put our nut on there. Now, these are nylon locking nuts, so that's where your 1/2-inch wrench comes in. I'm going to elect to use my ratchet here, just for ease. So I'm going to use that on one side and the wrench on the other. And what we're looking to do is we're going to bottom these nuts out against the shoulder of the axle. So one side's down, I'm taking the other side down, and there we go. Both of them are bottomed out. So let's move on to the next step. Alright, for this next step, you're going to need your 7/16 wrench, your steam bent handles, the 1/4-inch carriage head bolts, flat washers, split washers or lock washers, and the 1/4-inch nuts. Now, I'm swapping out the wrench for a socket just to make things a little faster and a little bit easier on myself. So, first of all, we want to locate the opening here for the spreader bar that will go in at the top. And we're going to start on this side. Now we want to make sure that we put our carriage bolt in from the inside. We're going to put that first one on the bottom, and we're going to make sure to put the handle to the outside. So the first one goes in like that. Now we're going to take a flat washer and the split washer or lock washer. We're going to put that on the outside, and I'll do this on the other side here in just a moment so that everybody can see. Now I'm not going to tighten these down right yet. FedEx man's having some trouble getting up the hill. Alright, so again, this hole will be to the inside. Now we're going to, we've got our 1/4-inch bolt that's through the bottom here. I'm going to slide that on. Flat washer, split washer or lock washer, and then the nut. Now we don't want to snug these down yet, because, let me get this started, because we need to install this part. And to do that, we have to make it fit between the two handles. Now in that same world there, we're going to put a little bit of wood glue in these holes so that this gets set up correctly and won't move. Now, when it comes to wood glue, I would definitely recommend something that is exterior grade. I'm using a Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue, waterproof, and exterior and interior grade. So we'll shake that up good. It's been setting for a little bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my second bolt in. Again, flat washer, split washer, or lock washer, and the nut. Again, I'm not going to tighten these all the way down. I'm just going to run that down snug. Same thing on this side. We put our carriage bolt in, our flat washer, our lock washer, and the nut. Now that we've got those kind of set in there, we're going to take our wood glue here. We'll make sure we get a little bit out there. Yep, there we go. So we're going to put a little bit of wood glue in there. Same thing on this side. Can't see good. Put some in there. Close up our wood glue. Now, we're going to slide that into that position. Same thing here. And you see, I'm having to push these apart a little bit to get that to fit in there. So, there, both of those are in there. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead. This is where our screwdriver comes in. There are two panhead Phillips head screws here that we're going to put in from the outside into this spreader bar. So let me get this one started. So we're simply going to get this started here. Now, if you've got an impact driver or a drill, might be a good idea to use. It's kind of hard on my hand, but I also don't want to over tighten these and accidentally split it, so I just figured I would do it by hand. So there we are, bottomed out. Alright, so we're about to finish up. We're going to go ahead and tighten down our nuts on the bottom here. We want to leave the top ones a little loose because we want to be able to raise it to where we want it. And we'll final adjust that here in a little bit. We're going to tighten those down. We don't want to go too tight because we don't want to sink the washers down into the wood. So we're just going to go down fairly snug. And as you can see, I'm pulling with one finger, and that's about right for that. And that way we're not busting the wood and causing a place where we're going to have moisture to get into the wood. Now, in your instruction manual here, they suggest rubbing these down with linseed oil before assembly. I don't have any, so I will do that later on. The other thing too is they talk about in the book here about putting the logo to the outside. If you can see here, the Hoss logo is missing from these, but if you just remember to put the big hole up here at the top on the inside, you're golden. And of course, you want to put the handles to the outside down here where it attaches to the main attachment plate. Now, the last thing that we're going to do with our Hoss Double Wheel Hoe, is we're going to put some attachments on. Now, I'm going to attach the plows for right now. So, we're going to go ahead and take one of the nuts off, or take both nuts off of each plow. Now, this inside nut is made so that it stays with the attachment. But we're going to set this in the furrowing let's turn this over, make this a little easier. We're going to set this in the furrowing direction for right now. So there's that one, and we're going to drop this nut, or the other bolt in from the top, or what is the top of the plow, and then we're going to put the nuts back on here. And we're going to be putting in potatoes before long, and that's the reason why I'm putting this in this way. Now, the catch is I don't have deep sockets, so I'm going to have to use my 9/16 wrench on this one. And we're not looking to get it super tight. We just want to get it snug so that it doesn't go moving on us. There we go. That was good and snug. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the nuts off to start with. Take that inner bolt out. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. Got to get it heading in the right direction here. Go ahead and stick this one in from the bottom side and get the nut on it. That way we don't have to fool with it here in a moment. And then the nut that's facing up. Again, just going to snug. And snug. So there you have it, our completed Hoss Double Wheel Hoe. Now, this wasn't sanctioned by Hoss to do this. This is just something I wanted to do, and very good construction. I have a feeling that we're going to love it around our homestead in Marvin Garden. But until next time, thanks for coming by and watching the Alabama Bee Girlz and Dad. Make sure that you give us a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you as one. Just join our YouTube family. So, from Daniel at the Alabama Bee Girlz and Dad, thanks for watching. Y'all come back. Hey Clara, you gonna be a YouTube star today? Well, hopefully people liked this video, but even if they didn't, we're enjoying making them. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you will stick around and maybe watch another one of our videos that we're going to post right over there. It's Clara approved. So, see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. Don't pick me.